Hello everyone, my name is Bhim, and today I'm going to present you the cross-cultural negotiation, different strategies used by the Japanese and the American firm. Japan is an island nation in East Asia known for its rich cultural heritage, technology, innovation, and strong emphasis on harmony and collective well-being. With a deeply rooted tradition of respect, discipline, and attention to details, Japanese business culture is usually composed of those values. A Japanese company often prioritize a long-term relationship, group conscious, and malicious planning, all of which play a key role in the negotiation and decision-making process. So what happened in Japanese negotiation, usually they include indirect communication style, placing a strong emphasis on maintaining group harmony, avoiding confrontation. They do not go to the direct refusal of the direct refusal in a communication. Instead of that, they use silent treatment. In Japanese negotiation often rely on subtle cues, context, and nonverbal communication. This approach is designed to preserve a relationship and foster a sense of unity within the group. Silence, pause, and ambiguous statement can be used to conscious while respecting the feeling and position of all. Unlike the United States, which is the largest economy in the world, lies in the North America, so known for its diversity, innovation, and individual culture. American business tend to focus on efficiency and competitiveness and quick decision making. Negotiation in the US often involves straightforward, result oriented, and and they focus on the strong immediate outcomes. American negotiation is more likely to use a direct communication style where clarity, openness, straightforwardness are valued. They are used to have a good, the quick response in decision making process. Usually, opposite opinion in the on the dialogues are being openly discussed. Um, so let's focus on, let's go dive to the Japanese form. So Japanese business culture usually are face saving, hierarchy decision making, and conflict avoidance can be seen. This kind of character are seen on those culture. Basically, avoiding public embarrassment is crucial. Disagreement are especially subtle, and open disagreement confrontation is avoided to maintain trust. The second characteristic in the Japanese are hierarchy decision making. So usually the decision making process comes from upper level to the lower level, upper level, and the conflict. The third one character is they usually avoid the conflict within the group. So Japanese firm prioritize resolving issue quickly to maintain unity and avoid dispute relationship. So what are the key tactics that they used on those characteristics? Based on those characteristics, what are the key tactics they use? Is patient and silent. Japanese negotiator often use patient and silent strategically, paused all for reflection and signal careful consideration rather than rushing onto the conclusion. Avoid direct refusal. So one of the key feature is that they do not confront openly. Instead, they use indirect way to express their disagreement, avoiding conflict and keep relationship. And the third is building long-term relationship. Trust and relationship are more important than quick deals for their culture. Japanese firm focus on long-term partnership, investing time in building mutual relationship and understanding. So that were the key characteristic and the tactics that used by the German firms. Now we will go to the American firms. So American negotiation are generally characterized by their result driven and effective approach. This play a high value in assertive and individualism, often seeking to achieve objective quickly and decisively. Result. So what are the characteristics we can find in the American negotiator are result driven and efficiency. So in American business culture, success is measured by tangible outcome. Negotiation focus on achieving their goal and often prioritize efficiency, aiming to close deal swiftly. The drive to result means that the time is often considered a valuable assets for them. Risk taking and decisiveness. Risk taking is viewed positively in the US. with belief that the bold decision can lead to innovation and competitive advantage. So, what are the key tactics that they used during negotiation are clear and direct communication. American negotiators value transparency and straightforwardness. They communicate openly and expect the same from their counterpart, which helps to clarify position and reducing misunderstanding. The first is clear and direct communication. The second one is competitive bargaining strategy. Many American negotiators adopt a competitive approach, often viewing negotiator as win-loss scenario. This tactic involve aggressive in bargaining technique, aim for maximize their own advantage, which can create more adversarial atmosphere. The second is quick decision making. So American firms often favor fast decision making process. Negotiators are generally empowered to make decision on behalf of the organization, allowing for rapid response and adaptive during negotiation. For the next slide, I would like to call my friend. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mingting Wang. Now it's my turn to introduce the negotiation strategies adopted by Japanese and American firms. In this slide, we are comparing the negotiation styles of Japanese and American firms by looking at three key aspects: communication, negotiation approach, and decision making. First one is communication. Japanese firms use indirect and polite communication, often relying on silence or nonverbal cues to avoid conflict and maintain harmony. In contrast, American firms prefer direct communication, which helps to quickly clarify positions, but can lead to misunderstandings with more reserved Japanese negotiators. Second, negotiation approach. Japanese firms focus on collaboration and building trust for long-term partnerships, which may take more time. American firms are more competitive and results-oriented, seeking quickly agreement and often prioritizing their own benefit. Third, decision making. Japanese companies make decisions through a slow, consensus-driven process to maintain group harmony. American firms, however, make quicker decisions, relying on individual authority, which can lead to faster outcomes. This slide focuses on how Japanese and American firms approach negotiations across three phases: preparation, negotiation, and post-negotiation. In preparation, Japanese firms focus on research and team consensus, aiming for long-term relationships. On the other hand, American firms are goal-driven, focusing on quick results and short-term gains. During negotiations, Japanese firms use patience and indirect communications to avoid conflict and foster collaboration, while Americans prefer a direct, fast-paced, and competitive approach to reach quick agreement. Finally, post-negotiation, Japanese firms emphasize maintaining relationships through follow-ups, while American firms focus more on contract execution and achieving short-term results. In this slide, we explore both the challenges and opportunities of cross-cultural negotiations between Japanese and American firms. One of the main challenges is the difference in communication styles. Japanese firms use indirect and polite communication, often relying on nonverbal cues, while American firms are more direct. This can lead to misunderstanding, especially when Americans mistake Japanese politeness for hesitation or uncertainty. Another change is the difference in priorities. Japanese companies focus on relationship building, while American firms often prioritize making quick deals. These contrasting goals can create tension during negotiations. Despite these changes, there are significant opportunities for collaboration. By combining Japanese patience and emphasis on long-term partnership with Americans focus on efficiency, firms can create a balanced and effective partnership. Understanding this cultural difference can improve global negotiations and lead to long-term success. Both sides can benefit from learning to adapt to their styles to meet the needs of their partners, fostering more effective and sustainable business relationships.
Hi everyone, my name is Sam and I will be discussing the differences between Japanese and American business cultures, focusing on their approaches to decision making. These contrasts can significantly impact international business relationships and outcomes. First is collective decision making versus individual authority. Japanese culture highly values collective decision making, which increases team engagement and minimizes risk, but may require more time to reach consensus. American culture, on the other hand, prefers individual decision making, which leads to a quicker process but may face resistance or lack of team support. A balance between these approaches can lead to both efficient decision making and effective implementation. Second is direct versus indirect communication styles. Japanese preference is indirect communication, so they try to avoid confrontation and aims to maintain harmonious relationships. American preference, on the other hand, is direct and transparent communication. They aim to provide straightforward expression of ideas. So these differences can potentially lead to misunderstandings and poor decisions if not properly managed. Awareness and adaptation are crucial for successful cross-cultural communication. Next is relationship focus versus results focus. Japanese approach is focused on building long-term relationships, which may lead to slower progress in achieving results, but emphasizes on sustainable partnerships. American approach is focused on hitting targets quickly, and they prioritizes efficiency and short-term goals. The potential benefit of this is a balance between building sustainable relationships and achieving efficient results in both short and long-term goals. Lastly is risk taker versus risk averse. So American tendency is risk taking in business, so they perceive risk as key to greater rewards. Japanese tendency, on the other hand, is a more cautious approach to business decisions or a more risk-averse approach. This difference can create a balanced approach to risk assessment, potentially leading to more beneficial and sustainable decisions for the organization. So in conclusion, understanding and adapting to these cultural differences in decision making can lead to more effective international business relationships. By leveraging the strengths of both approaches, companies can create a balanced strategy that combines efficiency, relationship building, and sound risk management. Thank you. And the next slides will be presented by my friend Raman.
Hi everyone, My name is Raman Kaur. I will discuss cross-culture negotiation, advice to the Japanese and American firms on using problem-solving negotiation strategies. First of all, prepare for negotiation. Prepare for negotiation. To be aware of the difference, it is important to undertake preparation thoroughly. Researching can be key for both sides regarding understanding of negotiation style. Formulation of plans and participate in workshop will also be useful in this regard. American firms need to understand and respect the hierarchy of Japanese firms. Japanese companies should also plan their responses considering the individualistic approach of American firms. Second is approach of the firm. The approach taken by the firm to solve the problem and negotiate is a key part of process. Both firms require to take a problem-solving approach instead of adversarial. Collaboration is the key element of the process. Both firms need to adjust to other cultural dimensions. Third is follow-up mechanism. Follow-up mechanisms are required to put in place to minimize the instance of miscommunication which can occur as a result of cultural and language difference. This can involve regarding regular meetings to have dialogues between both sides so that both firms are assured meetings can discuss the next steps as well as feedbacks on recently concluded process. Moreover, adapting negotiation strategies and practice. Both firms should adapt their negotiation style to find middle ground, while American firms to slow down and down their dictation and patience and being observant of non-verbal communication, and Japanese firms to try be more proactive and addressing issues. Lastly, documentation and recording. Documentation and recording to ensure evidence and records of meetings for future reference. Both firms can additionally undertake documentation of agreements. It will ensure clarity of for American while ensuring consent for Japanese. This will satisfy and beneficial for both sides. Now, I will discuss recommendations. Recommendation develop culture awareness. Cultural training for the party will help reduce initial misunderstanding and allow smoother negotiation. Build relationship BS relationship organization goals. Combine Japanese relationship and building with the American get the job. Done approach hence immediate gains without sacrificing long-term relationships. Communication flexibility. The Americans are supposed to learn to appreciate indirect communication as much as possible, while the Japanese negotiation must be open whenever the situation demands that. Complementary strength. American risk taking must be complementary balance with Japanese caution for optimum decision making. Conclusion. This can be done only by understanding the cultural difference between Japanese and American firms. Each can explore cross-cultural business opportunities to attain mutual benefits after the necessary adjustment in the negotiation style to reach these steps toward long-term partnership. Thank you.